think we should potentially be. It says we're.
Yeah, I can go to watch now. Watch now.
Okay, so this channel is on the loading screen?
Yes.
Hopefully? Okay. Alright, let's have no music for this one. Oh god, if I just do this, it's gonna just flip the whole thing over. Yep.
The Lumiere picture is wild. Wait, did you flip it back?
Yeah,
Failing?
yes, failing horribly. Can I adjust this without? Nope, okay. Well, in that case, we're just gonna see this and watch me fail a little bit more.
That's okay. I'll tell you if it looks right. Don't type in that password live
There,
on Twitch.
there is no password, but yeah. Okay, so that's showing, that's showing. Okay, now how to figure out how to get our cameras on here. This is the part that I'm not quite so sure on. Show control bar. Because there's supposed to be a way that for me to be able to just copy our video straight into here and just do it. That's what I forgot to ask and figure out how to do. Oh, ah. Stats. Is this where you run a link? We're about to just, have static images for everybody tonight. Send a message for some hopeful technical help. Because also we are currently not getting any audio. Alright, hold on. Just shoot a message. Hold on, I think I can at least get some sound. Is there a sound right now? It might actually be. Is there a sound?
Well, here.
Yes,
Hold on.
actually, yes, it is hearing everything
Well,
you're saying
here.
right now. Yes,
Hold on.
actually, yes, it is hearing. Yep. Yes, I am struggling. Okay. Yeah, probably actually might still be able to hear me, just not hear anyone else now.
What did you say?
Uh, Probably I can still be heard, but no one else. I have to create a new room.
Yeah, he's gone. Wait, why are you making a new room?
To be able to capture our cameras.
Oh, because you're not the one in control of the room.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, he's gonna have to set up a new ninja room.
Okay. Sure. Do I have to have both of these open then?
Still
Oh,
the GM.
GM.
Just
Just
us.
us.
Okay.
Did you figure it out?
Maybe. Alright, so then I have to take that and go into here. And
Oh, you did it.
aha! I'm visible. Okay. Oh my god, you can hear all this clicking. Okay. We are invisible. I am getting echo. I'm not sure from what.
It's kind of right. Oh god, there's two of you.
Hold on. I think I can fix that. Yeah. Let's see. Leave that one. Put that on there. And then I have to go back into here. Properties. Control. Okay, that should put my camera back in there. Aha!
Da, da, da.
Okay. We are all visible-ish on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean we're a little too far down. But I can hear everybody. Well, I can hear myself and you. So I'm assuming I can hear Scott.
That is correct. I can hear both of you.
Okay. I think that shows there a little bit.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay.
Can you like zoom in the map so it looks better?
That's going to change here shortly. Okay, now the next thing I have is I can hear everything I'm saying and you're saying through my headphones. I should be able to hear what I'm saying. Is it if I... Nope. Does that... Nope.
What are you doing?
I'm just hearing my own voice while I'm doing this, and I get wildly distracted hearing myself while I'm saying words.
Yeah. So you need to turn off playback.
Uh-huh. And that's what I'm looking for, because I don't know where the playback is coming from.
Do you have the stream up? And do you have it muted at the browser window? Well, now you muted yourself in Ninja.
No, I just muted my whole desktop. Actually, can you talk for a second? I want to see if you guys can still be heard when I do this.
I am
Which
talking.
of us did you want to talk?
Both of us? All of us? Many of us?
Can you say something?
Yes, I can say something.
Can you
I refuse.
No, we cannot hear you.
Okay. So the playback, that's to hear you guys when I have that muted. Hmm? Sorry, so those out there in the field, so I guess Joe, she's actually talking. Can you hear Scott and Leah?
Yeah, I think they can hear us. I can
I
hear us when
assume
I'm
so.
mute.
Okay, and I can come through. I'm just hearing myself as well, which I'll just drive myself crazy with that today.
When you're using your good mic, can you still push to talk so that I don't hear myself echoing? Thank you.
Sort of, it might take a second like usual, but I'll just, mute my mic like I do with
Oh!
that's it.
Is the playback coming through your headset? Through your because you're using your new mic, right? No, it's not. Okay.
The thing
No,
with
because my mic's only hooked up to my laptop.
All right. No ideas.
Yeah, I assume that you can hear me, Doge. Or perhaps I'm wrong, and Doge is not able to hear me.
Hard to say. Oh, there we go. Yay. What are you trying to solve, Kay? Are you still trying to solve your playback issue? Okay. The problem is you have a million things going on right now. Ninja could be the stream, could be however you're pulling this from, could be your mic.
I have
The ADHD will not allow him to focus on DMing until he has figured out the microphone problem.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. Okay. Hello and good evening, everybody. Happy to have you back here for another exciting, wonderful Thursday with another shiny episode of the Valkyrie Epoch, a Starfinder story presented to you by Dude, Where's My Drift? I am your galactic menace around these here parts, as of this past Monday, this is the only thing I GM. Fucking amazing! I'm so excited for that. But my name is Kay. Now, as you can all see, we are a little bit short in members tonight, as we only have Leah and Scott with me. Unfortunately, Clue and Doge are currently enjoying Gen Con, and so they're not here this week. And we decided to do a little short adventure with just the two of them. It'll be a great and wonderful time.
Okay, you're not going to be able to talk.
You're not gonna be able to do this. Nobody can hear you now.
I can do this. I can do this. I promise. Whew. Okay.
No, there has to be.
There has to be what?
Hold on.
Can you hear me right now? Okay. Okay. Wi-Fi is currently on.
Pull up the streamer there so we can see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're muting yourself in there though, but by muting the scene, you're muting that.
Okay. So yeah, music
So
you
you-
won't do it. And if I hit this button, you
Now
can't
nobody can hear
hear
you.
me at all. Right, Scott, you are unable to hear me. You can't hear anything I'm saying. Scott, don't. Right? Yeah. Okay.
So whenever you do that, you can't hear anything?
All right. No. Hey, Scott, say something.
I refuse to answer questions
Yep,
without
I can still hear him.
But he can't hear you.
No, he can hear me just there.
Oh, are you echoing still in your headset
Mhm.
when you do that?
Mm-hmm. That's why I was wondering. Is it... No, that'll be everybody.
Go.
I don't understand what that is. I know this is the entertainment everyone exists for. Someone struggling to figure out technology.
I have been able to hear everyone, except for when Kay mutes himself. But that is, I assume, intentional.
Yeah. Setting.
Switch to your headset mic. Try talking now.
Okay, talking now. I just switched to my headset mic. And yes. Still gonna play back. Also, wow, that is a huge quality difference.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Did you see what Doge just said?
And directors to mute everyone to the director. Room settings. Where? Where is the setting? Am I just overlooking it? Probably overlooking it, to be honest. Um, Hmm. Nope, that made a difference. So here, there. All right, you know, whatever. We got this. Yeah. So, Scott, are you still here?
I am.
Okay, I thought I lost you for a second. Scott, Leah, how are y'all doing this wonderful evening?
I'm fine.
I'm getting
Okay.
by.
Hey, it's always a good time.
How are you, Kay?
I am doing pretty good, honestly, and all things considered. I'm here, I'm functioning, and we're going to get this done. So yeah,
Debatable on 2 of the 3 counts.
exactly. So last time that we played, you all had gone off to race into the Valkyrie to battle off the Barazad, a starship of the Atlantean Space Empire. They're the ones who had come to Nikondas to then go and basically land the troops there and all that fun jazz. After a very struggle-filled starship combat, you guys did eventually manage to destroy it, and at that point, you celebrated your victory by returning to Nikondas. The ship was in bad, Valkyrie was in real bad shape, and you guys found yourselves with some downtime essentially to do repairs and just kind of hang out around the colony because you had nowhere else to go. You know your friend Sedona, who you had originally agreed to come out here and do this supply run that turned into a guerrilla warfare rescue mission, has been captured by the Azanti, but you're still kind of working on breaking into the data pad you found on Lieutenant Charu's corpse to try and decipher that. And so you've had some downtime. And it's during this downtime when Winnie, you have began to sense some odd things here in Nikonda's planet-wise. And you just pick up some energies readings, essentially.
And I have that dope ability. What's it called? Find the breach or something? Seek the breach?
Which one is that? What does that do?
This one.
Yeah. And this energy source you felt is a good ways off, deeper into the jungle. And you decide that, you know what, why not go investigate it? Like, Lemire and Peggy are both very much busy, caught up in their repairs, and they're doing something with the Valkyrie. You're not really sure what it is. Repair work, they say, but it looks weird. You don't know. You're not a starship person.
Laukios.
Yeah, what's up?
There's something cool going on out there. I can sense it. I can feel it in my bones. And the nerds are busy working on the ship. You want to go do something neat?
I mean, I'm happy to help you, but I'm in the middle of doing something neat right now. I've got this Auroch brisket that I've been working on. It's brining right now. I've got this delightful glaze that I've been working on for it for a while. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I got to get some work done on that. But if you could use the help, then I'll make it work, and I'll get it. You know what? It can spend some
wait.
extra time brining. It can spend
Yeah.
spend some extra time. It'll soak up the flavors. It'll be wonderful.
It'll be really delicious. And this probably won't take longer than a couple hours max.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll be back in time to cook it.
Yes. And we set off.
So, it's going to take probably the better part of a day, maybe into the second day, to reach this. Like, this thing, it's a powerful warping. Like, you can tell it's sensing from miles and miles deeper into the jungle. And so, you guys are going to be off and out for a good while. How do you guys kind of go about with this march in order? And what are you guys talking about as you're moving on?
Laukios will take. Laukios will take up a position, a little bit ahead, but basically just following whatever directions Winnie points out. And he's mostly just content to be kind of quiet and existing in nature. But whenever the conversation does start up, he'll engage. He does turn back to the subject of his overbrining brisket, and he gets kind of like wet cattish about like, do you know what happens when you fucking overbrine something for this long? It's gonna absorb all of the like vinegary flavors, and it's gonna get over sour. You do not want your roast to be over sour.
I like
That's a
when
great
it's a
point.
little extra sour. What, Kay? Wait, so you don't want to talk?
Carry on. I was just saying something real quick to try and test something.
Oh. Don't interrupt the role play. This is very important.
Extremely
Also, you know what sucks? Starship combat. I have never felt so useless. Am I right, Laukios?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was a long fucking session. Although candidly, with my AC and hit point pool, I'm not much more useful in like straight up combat.
I swear, next time we're doing that, I'm just gonna fly outside of the spaceship and just attack it head on. I can survive in the vacuum.
If you did just like load Laukios up onto a photon torpedo and then just like fire him Doctor Strangelove style, I'm pretty sure he could do more damage by like solar flare punching the exterior of an opposing ship than anything that he was able to do in the Starship combat.
It's so true. It's so true. All right, so yeah, Winnie and Laukios are just marching through the jungle, laughing about how useless they were.
Isn't that kind of what we're supposed to have the nerds around for? Like, isn't that what Bubfoot's supposed to do?
Yeah, he's supposed to have all these skills that make him super useful to be around, and Lemire can like see the future. So
you would think if he could see the future, he could tell us where to be to not get shot.
You would think. But that doesn't seem to happen a lot. We got shot a lot.
We got shot a lot.
Okay, what are you doing?
Still looking at settings. But yeah, if you guys are making your journey out there, and as you go through, like the jungles of Condis, as we kind of discussed a little bit, they're very thick head with mist. You hear sounds of wildlife going on all around you guys as you continue making your way through, and you kind of set up camp for the night. Knowing that you're going to get there the next morning. When you can feel this energy, it's like practically calling you and summoning you to it. And that just feels like, as odd as this is probably going to sound, probably get me in trouble for copyright potentially here, you feel a disturbance in the reality of the world. Different words selected there, and don't have some trouble. But so the next day you set out fairly early, and sure enough, eventually you do find yourself coming down a large path here in the forest, thick shrouding as you move through, but you do come to a little bit of a break, and ahead of you you see a glowing kind of like tear in the whole fabric of reality.
Well, would you look at that?
And that's not you, right? That's like a thing that's out there.
I don't think I did that. It does kind of look like the last I made an oopsie, though. We should go check this out.
Yeah, this meaning no disrespect here, Winnie. This looks like a you thing.
It does, but I swear I didn't do this one. This is outside of my pay grade. Um, can I roll mysticism to see what I understand about this little rift in reality here?
Absolutely.
I didn't hear you say that.
Absolutely.
50.
Oh, hovered so long on the nat 50.
Would have been nice.
Yeah. So looking over this portal, I mean, you've messed with portals and pulled stuff through them and opened small ones. This here, well, it's not a small portal. It actually reminds you a little bit of the portal that pulled you through into this reality.
Yeah. Oh, Lokios. I don't think I told you that story. It was wild. I was so I was working with Sedona, but like my Sedona, not this Sedona, and she was teaching me how to like pass small things through different realities and back into our own, like a teacup and stuff like that. And then I was trying to do it myself, and she was like, "Oh, don't try to do anything too big." So then I did. I tried to do something too big, and I just got ripped out of my timeline and sent here. Um, and this looks like that, but I swear I didn't do it this time.
I want to believe you, but this does look very much like your kind of shit.
You're right.
And I believe without question that you didn't mean to do this.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I swear. I did not do this. I'm gonna try to close it, maybe. I feel like we should
All right, so
close this.
what I'm hearing here is that you think this is gonna like this is like a throw people to different realities kind of hole.
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe somebody did just travel and for some reason their
Yeah,
portal stayed open, or
that
like
seems like a thing you should close.
like a spontaneous black hole situation. That's not great. I'm gonna try to close it. All right, GM. I'm gonna try to close this hole.
Laukios is like posting up, doing like the guard dog thing.
How do you want to go about that?
Okay. So I am going to, because I have Seek the Breach, so I can find them, and then I have Overload Reality. And so basically this just lets me do like two of my infinite worlds at the same time. But the idea is that this is like the most powerful thing that I can do. And so what Winnie's going to do is something far above what she is capable of. And she's going to try to channel her mastery and power over these reality holes into this one and try to like use her presence of will to close this one.
Okay. Lay it on me. Bring it on.
What do you want me to roll?
Go ahead.
Do you want me to just roll like a charisma?
Yeah, go ahead. Just do a straight charisma check.
Here we go. There's the natural 20.
Oh, ho, ho.
Perfect timing.
All right. Laukios, what are you doing while Winnie kind of paint me a word picture? What exactly is Winnie doing to like get this started and start working on this thing?
Yeah, so I feel like what Laukios would see is, you know how when you're a kid, you like look at somebody far away and you like pretend you're squishing them with your fingers. That's sort of what it looks like Winnie's doing. She backs up a couple steps, like back to here, and she closes one eye and she does this, and then she puts up her hands, and you see this like shimmering purple energy kind of just go around her hands, and she just starts to kind of like push, and it's almost like it looks like there's real resistance between her hands that she's trying to like push, and there's like sweat on her brow, and you probably see the thing starting to flicker a little bit as her magic is intertwining with the magic of the portal that is there.
I think that Laukios at this point is basically like making sure that he's not directly in the way, but is also between her and the portal. And he is basically just like being on guard for shit that is gonna fuck up Winnie, and like fully intending to put himself between it and Winnie, and preferably punch whatever it is in the face if it comes out and snaps at her.
All right, so Winnie, as you are just like meditating, trying to focus on Morgan's energy and Lucas kind of observing a kind of defensive posture, you feel yourself connect with this portal, Winnie, and you start to just feel like you're drawing the energy out of it and like slowly dispersing it out into the universe. And you're starting to feel real confident, real good in yourself. Like, fuck yes, I can do this. I can control this. This doesn't control me. Like that kind of sensation.
Yeah. No, I say it out loud too. I'm like, Laukios, you're not gonna believe this. I'm gonna fucking do it.
I really hope you're right about that.
And it's just about that moment when you feel this energy suddenly snap, Winnie, and you start to feel like, oh shit, no, that's what happened with you before. You're like, I have to sever this connection. You try and cut this connection that you made with this portal, like so it doesn't just suck you in again like you did with the first previous reality. But then you notice, oh wait, the energy started to get a little wild and loose, and I haven't. But you don't feel that same like suction gravitational pull vortex you had felt previously. And I do want to point out, like by this point, it's probably been a good 15, 20 minutes, maybe longer, of you just sitting there meditating and focusing and trying to disperse this energy.
Has it gotten any smaller?
It does look like it started to get a little bit smaller.
Does it seem like Winnie is like losing control or having difficulty or anything? Or
Laukios, you have no idea. Like, you see it slowly starting to shrink.
Let me roll a deception check.
Hmm?
Wait, what's it called in this stupid game?
Bluff.
Bluff. There it is. Yeah, she's keeping her composure pretty well.
okay.
You can tell she's getting a little tired. And there's definitely some moments where she's like, oh shit. It's okay.
In the moments where she like is like shit, got that one, no, those moments, like each one of those moments, Laukios is just like interposing himself a little bit and then backing off as soon as it seems like she's got it back under control.
And it's with one of those moments, Valkyos, that I need you to make me a fortitude save, please.
All right. $11.
And Laukios, you start to feel this energy pulling you in. And when you are so like your eyes are clenched shut as you're trying to regain control of the situation, that you can feel its power slipping from you, and you're worried that either you're about to get sucked in or this whole thing is going to potentially explode, causing untold devastation that you don't see it. Laukios gets ripped forward and pulled into this portal.
As Laukios is being like launched through it, he is definitely gonna like in a last ditch effort to do something about it, manifest his solar weapon and attempt to punch the rift directly in its face as he passes into it.
That is the most Laukio shit ever. When he's like, no, 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 and she's going to like run forward.
And Laukos, you actually do feel your fist make contact with something solid as you like fall into this portal.
Okay.
But Winnie, you can't see what that was. You just saw him throw a fist and then vanish. What do you do?
Winnie's just like, well, shit. And she is going to. I have a comms thing on me, right?
Yes.
I'm going to send a message. It's going to take like 5 seconds here. I'm going to send a message to Lemire, and I'm going to just be like, hey man, something went really bad. It's totally fine. Laukios is definitely probably not dead, but he fell into a reality rift, and I'm going after him. So if we don't talk again, it's been cool. And then Winnie's just going to start walking towards the. Oh shit!
And yeah, you start to walk towards it, and suddenly you hear gunfire, roaring flames, cackling. You're not really sure what it is you're hearing, but yeah, Scott. Why don't you inform Winnie what she's hearing at this point? As again, something solid becomes coming through this portal.
Yeah, I think at this point, you see a. Now it's interesting because this is Winnie, and you're like 30 feet tall. But
I am like 30 feet tall.
But like to anyone else, anyone human size, this would be like a towering figure that's like basically like doing like a double time hustle run out through the open portal. He's he's wearing like this very very heavy armor. It's basically like reinforced plates with a bunch of very very like well used and scuffed up, but also very clearly like stupid expensive modern armoring materials. It has it has like trophies of dead monsters hanging from the shoulders in lieu of shoulder pads. And peeking out from one of those is like a shoulder mount that has a literal like long barreled railgun just like pivoting on his shoulder and firing railgun shots back into the breach as this tall burly orc with like long raggedy ass hair that is like tightly knit around a literal stick that is holding it together, and chomping a cigar in his teeth as he rushes forward carrying a stupid heavy like what looks like probably a flamethrower. And he's just got the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, and he's in the midst of like a cackling yell, like woo, yeah, yeah.
Winnie immediately just like puts up and her stinger shoots out of her wrist. She's like pretty sure she's dead at this point.
I think Grunt takes a look at Winnie with like her stinger out, but not like making an aggressive move towards him. And he's just he just kind of glances her over as the railgun is firing backwards over his shoulder, and he's like,
Let me actually interrupt you here for a moment.
Oh, good.
Because Grunt,
Mhm.
you aren't really watching where you're going because you were being chased, and
Sure.
yeah, your railgun is firing, and you can definitely feel like your bullets are impacting. You weren't paying attention where you're going, and you didn't see this big glowing portal that just kind of tore open right behind you, and Lashunta fall in through it, and then punch you in the head as passing by, as you then run backwards into this thing.
fair.
And you
fair.
don't see a giant Sarcesian butterfly-like woman behind you in the forest that you were definitely not in previously, as you keep running backwards and promptly slam Clyde into Winnie.
All right. Fair enough.
When he's just like, no, what the hell? My friend! You pulled my friend through that portal!
Oh, did I? Oh, shit. Well, let's see if we can get him back. I'm sorry about that. There is something behind me, though, and we gonna have to fight it.
What? I don't want to fight you. I just want my friend back. I was trying to close the stupid
Well, then
portal.
you go and do your thing, and I'm gonna fight the thing that's coming through after me. Now get
wasn't
what
trying.
you're gonna do done.
Did you make this stupid portal? Then unmake it once we
Do
get
I
our friend back.
look like I can make a fucking portal?
I don't know. You have all kinds of weird shit all over you. Maybe one of them makes portals.
No, I don't.
Well, fuck, it's gone. Oh, God, what's that?
That
Sure.
is a good fucking time, is what that is. Let's go
Sure
get
enough,
this
as
done.
you two are having this kind of argument and debate, something does step through the portal. Something large and green with chittering mandibles, greenish ooze like liquids coming out of its carapace hide, and it does not look very friendly or inviting. And yes, Grunt, this is exactly what was just chasing you across a battlefield on an asteroid, deep within some other part of space than this forest you just found yourself in.
I'm assuming that's initiative.
That would be a pretty safe bet.
Wouldn't be Winnie if the initiative wasn't ass. It's fine. It rolled bad, too.
Yeah. So are we prone at this point, or are we still on our feet?
Like you definitely knocked each other prone a little, but you had enough time as this thing came lumbering out to get back up on your feet.
All right.
Now, Lachios Grunt, I will give you this for free. You do know that you were in the middle of a battlefield against a whole bunch of swarm, and that this is a swarm convict site. You don't really know much else about that, because I imagine it's not really your character's insight to know much else about that kind of thing. But you know the name of the monster you're shooting.
It's big, it's strong, it's fun to fight. That's what he cares about. Well, I am sorry about your friend, but I don't know there's much we can do about it. Let's just kill this fucking thing. Woo! He's gonna step forward, and he is going to fire his burner at this thing. Oh.
Could you stop, please?
I think he's rolling to see how long it takes Lavios to die horribly in the middle of the combat that Grunt was in.
There's secret initiatives for other horrible things that are gonna come eat us.
All right.
Yeah,
Does
Grunt.
25 hit the EAC?
Yes, it does.
All right. So then 9 fire damage.
as you just stride forward, igniting your flamethrower and just unleashing it upon this creature. It roars in fury as its like massive forearm pinchers raise up, and it lets out a blood-curdling shriek. As we on to Winnie.
Perfect. I am going to just be like, oh my god, this is the worst fucking day ever! And I don't do this enough. I'm gonna cast Volcanic Wrath. How do I make the thing that is the size of it? This? But then I have to draw it. Sometimes it automatically comes up. Cast Volcanic personal spell.
Yeah, some of these things are fancy and do that. Some are not, unfortunately.
So this is a 10-foot radius, 20-foot high. It's gonna go right. No, it's not where I wanted it. Right there. Yeah. So from underneath this guy, this volcano just comes, and magma comes shooting up, and he has to make a reflex save. Are you doing the reflex save?
Yeah, sorry, my finger slipped. Something bad happened. Also, it's on my screen.
No, what? Why would I be looking at your screen?
No reason. I rolled a 10 on that reflex save, so I think I failed.
You did fail. So take that. 10 fire and bludgeoning.
Yeah, this thing is not looking too good as it roars again in fury as you just unleash this fire and bludgeoning damage upon it, and it like howls as its claws dig into this newly erupted ground. And yeah, is that the end of your turn?
I am going to. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm gonna move over here to try to like get behind this stump as a little bit of cover, and yes, that is my turn.
Excellent. So that's gonna bring us to its turn. I'm a little bit glad that you didn't use pressurize here, because that would have fucked me even more, but this one's still bad enough. As this thing, as a swift action started its turn, the armored chitinous plates, however that word is pronounced, begin to rattle and shake, and they begin to open, and you both can clearly see two more creatures dropping off of it, essentially. But they land in the volcanic eruption, which is difficult terrain, so that's going to slow me down when their turn comes around. And then this thing is going to stride forward because it is very much going to get a tasty bite out of a grunt. It's going to be a 24 CAC.
I think that does hit me, yes.
How does this blow go as you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage?
Well, it hurts. It certainly hurts. Yeah, and that's going to be its turn. It's going to take the top of the second round as one of the other small, which again you are very able to quickly recognize as dredgers, gets to move. Okay. And it's going to spend its entire turn getting to there because of the difficult terrain.
If it runs past Grunt, does he get to attack it?
I don't think I have a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, fair enough.
But that's his entire turn because that was 2 move actions to get there to you, Winnie. And it's going to take us back to Grunt.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Hang on. All right, so I'm going to take a move action to go like that. So I believe it will get attack of opportunity on me. And this whole time, Grunt is just straight up like barking like a dog. He's just being like,
Yep, it's going to try and bite at you again, but I believe a 16 will be a miss against CAC.
oh yeah, yep, just full on like Heisman stiff arms the claw or whatever it is. And then I am going to fire my. Oh wait, no. Actually, I would have gone. Sorry, I would have gone there instead of up there, because I am gonna fire my. I'm gonna fire my burner in this line, because it is a line weapon, so I get to attack and I think basically my understanding is that if I hit the AC of the first thing, then we check to see if I also hit the AC of the second thing. But if I miss the AC of the first thing, the line stops.
Interesting.
Weapon fires a projectile in a straight line that pierces through multiple creatures or obstacles. When attacking with such a weapon, make a single attack roll and compare it to the relevant armor class of all creatures and objects in a line of the range increment, which is 30 feet. Roll damage only once. The weapon hits all targets with an AC equal or lower to the attack roll. However, if an attack fails to damage a creature or obstacle hit in the line, the path is stopped and the attack doesn't damage creatures farther away. So I get to roll my one attack roll, and if it hits... Ooh, I don't think an 11 is going to hit either of their EACs, is it?
No, because like I said, it hits the lawyers going at you first, and then if that doesn't hit that AC, then it will not go past that one. If it does, it continues onward. That will not hit the one directly in front of you.
All right.
Okay.
That's his whole turn. That was a move and a fire.
Okay. The other dredger, is their turn, is going to advance forward to right there, where it is then going to try and claw. No, it's actually going to lunge at you and try to attach itself to you, Grunt. I don't think a 14 is going to hit your KAC.
That's not going to do it.
All right, that's going to be a miss. That'll be its whole turn. It's going to take us to Winnie again.
All right, so Winnie is going to take a 5-foot step just far enough, and then she is going to cast Pressurize, which doesn't do anything until their turn. And that's my turn.
All right. Hey, that works perfectly. That's going to take us to the big guy's turn. Who now make a fortitude save?
Yeah, fortitude save. Get fucked.
Not looking so good for him.
10.
That's a failure. Oh, what a bad roll. 7, bludgeoning.
However, oh, no, I have to fail by 10 or more for the side effect. Okay, that works.
Yes. Yes.
Well, this guy is once again going to try and take a big bite. Actually, we'll take 2 bites out of Grunt. We're doing 2 bites. First one is going to be a 10 on the die for a total of 17. Second one will be 2 for a total of 9.
Yeah, Grunt is just like full on like ducking and weaving between the like claw swipes.
got moves.
Awesome. That's going to take us top of the next round, which is the Dredger, who now has to roll against Fortitude save. He is going to get a total of 16.
That's still a failure.
Nice.
Roll them rocks.
Much better.
Nice.
16.
How do you want this one to die?
Oh man. Oh, they look like creepy centipede things, right? So I picture they have like this like crackly exoskeleton. So I like it just starts to just and then just powders.
Oh no, they're not creepy centipedes. They're creepy ants.
Creepy ants. Whatever. Same shit, different day. And there's just like, I don't know, looks like maybe they're red inside, so red goo that kind of spills out on the ground.
All right, that's going to take us to Grunt again.
5 foot step to get to there. And then Grunt is going to fire his burner once again in a straight line in front of them.
All right, this little guy's going to try and bite you as you do, or claw you as you do so.
Go for it.
That's a
Whiff.
13. That's here, but whatever.
15 versus EAC, starting with the little guy.
That's going to hit them both.
All right.
Burn them!
I believe you only roll damage.
Only 4 fire damage.
But how do you want to kill the big guy? Because he had 4 hit points left.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Grunt, like, basically having gotten swiped at a few times by the two of them, I think that Grunt like did like a full like football spin move as he was stepping back the 5 feet and like basically raised his flamethrower up and pressed down the spray button as he was bringing it down, and there's just like burning embers of this like of that like 10-foot high essentially bonfire that he created out of the big one, and only a few licks of flame managed to make it down to this little guy. But Grunt's now looking at him and just smiling.
I mean, this little guy is oddly resilient, but let's see how he posts up against this pressurized spell that has kind of done his allies. Oh, that means that's going to be a 12.
That's unfortunate for him. Minimum damage. 2.
He's gotten minimum damage twice in a row now.
He has. I'm actually kind of here for it. This is fun for me.
This is a lucky little bitch.
It's once again trying to attach itself to Grunt. That's going to be 13 on the die for a total of 20 against CAC.
CAC, that's not going to do it. That would have hit my yak, but not my CAC.
Well, shit. All right, Winnie, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to cast Hazard at this thing. And I'm going to leave up my Pressurize because it can stay up for one more round. Oh, screw you.
Oh.
Nothing happens. I just yell out, "You got this! I believe in you." Just don't... You see that place where reality is all warped and stuff? Where it's like, don't step there.
All right. Grunt, I guess, will take a 5-foot step. And let's see. You know what? This time he will fire his railgun at his shoulder-mounted railgun at this thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
13 piercing damage.
Do you want to shred this thing?
I'm pretty sure that like as that thing is going to like attach itself, he just like takes that like again like a football style like stop cut of hopping like one step backwards, and as it's like fully like lined up to try and like suction onto him, the railgun just lines up and puts a round right through the open mouth that just like explodes through the back of the body.
Badass.
Woo-wee! That was a fun time. Is this gonna be like that for a while? Like is that what the forests are like here?
No, I think you brought that with you.
I don't. I was talking about like you were talking about like the way that things were like shh.
Oh,
and, like,
no. I did that.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
That was sweet. That was real cool.
Those guns that you were doing, that was cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I take pride in that, and I appreciate you noticing it. Yeah, didn't you say something about a friend of yours? We got to find your friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking around for any traces of that portal.
Hey, before we get started though, was the like fire coming up from the ground also you, or do you have volcanoes in your fucking forests here?
No, that was me too.
Okay, we good.
Yeah, I do like reality magic, which kind of makes it look like that portal was my fault, but I swear I didn't do it this time.
I believe you. I got no reason not to believe you. You know, I don't do all that. I don't do all that much. I just got like a lot of guns, and like I'm pretty good with them. So like that's what I do.
How do you feel about Aslanti and space Nazis?
I do not know what those are, but if you're telling me that there's someone worth killing, then I am certainly going to have some fun doing it.
Yeah, listen, they'll probably hate you too because you're green and they don't like anybody who's not like a pasty white human. So,
well, that sounds awfully small-minded then.
Yeah, so we kill them a lot all the time. So if you're down with that, you could probably help us while you're here.
If they ain't using their brains for nothing, then I'll be happy to blow them out the back of their skull.
I like you.
You seem like a decent sort yourself.
This could still turn out to be a good day. I'm gonna
feel really bad hearing you say that if we don't manage to find your friend.
Yeah, I'm going to seek the breach. I'm going to look for any trace of that portal still here. Any magical remnants.
All right, make me another charisma check.
Aw, can I use mysticism?
I'll allow it.
Yay. 14.
All right. So as you sit there and start to kind of physically sense out any signs of the portal, unfortunately, you don't feel any signs of a portal here in your immediate vicinity. However, you do feel it feels a little bit different. For lack of a better phrasing on this one, it has a slightly different taste, but there is another portal, probably a couple hours further up in the mountains, that you kind of sensing and tasting a little bit on the ethereal magical currents, if you will. But yeah.
Where'd you say you came from?
Honey, I don't even know anymore. I've been all over. I've been wherever there's a fight worth having.
Huh. And that the portal signature I'm picking up, does it feel like the same magical signature? It would be really hard for me to tell.
With that check, it doesn't feel like the same magical signature. It feels slightly off or different, but you can't really place your finger on like how or what.
I don't know. There's something else way over in that way, but I don't think it goes to the same place. I'm gonna
Well, you
walk
wanna
over.
check it out or not?
I mean, okay. Do you want me to go check this out?
Do you want to go check it out?
I'm asking you if this is a plot hook and I need to go check it out.
I mean, if you want to go check it out, because like I said, you didn't roll very well.
I didn't
so
roll
that could be why
very
it feels different to you. Because like, oh well, this was a good roll. I mean, it might be, it might not be.
Okay, well, I'm gonna rip a big piece of bark off this tree right here, and then I'm gonna use my stinger, and I'm going to carve into it Laukios's name, and I'm talking like a big, giant piece of bark, and then I'm gonna go over here to where the thing was, and I'm gonna stab it into the ground. This is not a tombstone. That's not what this is. This is me marking where he disappeared from in case I have to open some kind of rift in this exact spot to bring him back. That's all this is. He's not dead.
Hey, you don't need to justify nothing to me. I've left a number of my brothers and friends behind. I've left, fortunately, it's just kind of something that my brothers and friends behind. I've left, fortunately, it's just something that ain't nobody comes with behind. I've left, fortunately, it's just survival. Ain't nobody comes with behind. At least not here.
It was my fault. I was playing with stupid shit that I shouldn't have played with. You want to go look at something cool?
Sure. Let's look at something cool.
We'll go. I'll walk towards the next magical signature that I was picking up. On the way, I'm going to pick up my communication device. And I'm going to call Lemire again. I'm going to say, hey, asshole, I just told you that Laukios got sucked into a portal and is gone, and I was going in after him, and you didn't even answer. I'm going to kick your ass when I get back. I'm going to hang my communicator back up.
Yeah. So you're gonna start heading out that way then?
Yeah.
While we're heading up that way, Grunt is going to reload.
So like I said, it's a couple more hours hiking further up into the mountains. And if I can, Winnie, can I get you to roll a survival check for me?
Did you not hear Scott talking? That was real weird the way that just
He's
happened.
been talking over me for like most of the night, so I assumed he was just being an
I missed
asshole.
Scott saying something.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he can hear you half the time.
Oh, I was just saying that as we're making our way, I'm gonna reload my railgun and take a 10-minute rest, spending a resolve point. But also, I have a pretty good survival, so
Wait, Scott, are you talking right now?
Yes,
yeah, I've been talking for like 30 seconds now.
He's been talking for 30 seconds, dude.
Yeah, I can't hear him right now. That's weird. Hold on.
I don't think he figured it out, Doge.
Whoa. Just made it loud as shit for a second there. Have you not been hearing Scott the whole night?
No, I've been able to hear him. I just changed the setting on the streaming software, and now I realize I can't hear Scott.
Why are you still messing with it? Stop messing with it. Now we can't hear you, bro.
Scott, what were you saying you wanted to do?
Oh, I was just saying that I spent I took a 10-minute rest and spent a resolve point while we're in the process of this like couple hour hike, and I also reloaded my railgun But also, since you asked for a survival check, I had pretty good survival, so I rolled it and I got a 25.
Did you hear any of that, Kay? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with he didn't hear any of that.
This is really weird all of a sudden.
You know what we could do? We could just scrap that going to the next place and just say, hey, I'm going to take my new friend back to camp. We'll meet up with them next week, next time on Dragon Ball Z. And just
Yeah, that's
call it.
entirely. Yeah,
It's 10 o'clock.
I'm hoping that the fact that Kay can't hear me is not indicative of the stream not being able to hear me, because
No,
this
I
would have
could
been a
hear you.
really weird and confusing session if
Yes.
none of y'all could hear me. That being
No,
said,
holy!
those of you
Video
who,
somehow got muted for me. I just realized I couldn't hear Leah over my headset either.
Well, Doge can hear everybody, so that's good. It's just Kay.
Yep.
Kay, you're fired.
But yeah, hey, I finally solved my main issue, and I don't hear myself anymore, and everyone's coming through now. So actually, I think I solved all my issues.
Well, that's okay, because we're going back to camp. We decided we're not taking your plot hook. We're going home, and there's a brisket brining that Winnie knows she needs to get out of that brine.
That's now been brining for a good 3 days by the time they get back there, so it is soggy AF. But
No. Okay, let me just finish my plot hook really quick. Okay, it won't take very long.
Okay, sorry. I asked if this is the plot hook, and you were like, "I don't know. Is it?"
Well, I didn't want to just like give it away, you know.
all
Okay,
right.
I lied. We're totally
We're
invested.
going up there. We're going up there.
All right, so after a couple hours hiking through the woods, yes, you guys can take a 10-minute rest and reload your ammo. I mean, Grunt, you have no idea where the fuck you are. You are on some weird, heavily forested mountain planet that has a whole real thick mist, and you guys do occasionally catch sights of some hobgars, and Winnie, you can kind of inform them that those are the big predators outside of humans on here, that they shoot little lightning bolts out of their mouths. They're adorable but deadly.
Lightning monkeys. They're cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Winnie, go ahead. Like I said, Winnie, can you make me a survival check as well?
I'm not good at it.
I just need to make one for me anyway.
So I did roll a survival check since I heard you asking for one. Is my check not able to stand in for that for her?
No, because this is going to be something specific for Winnie because she's been on this planet for a while and you have no idea where the fuck you are. It wasn't about finding a location; it was about something else. Yeah, Winnie, you don't know where you're on this planet. You can possibly talk to some people about what you see later on and maybe figure it out. But either way, you eventually do find yourselves coming to another big clearing in a forest. And this one, honestly, Winnie, as you step forward into it, you kind of reminds you a little bit of the area and space around Madeline's Landing itself. And like you can see, oh, this probably would have been a great site for a colony to land. And as you look around, it just has a sense of just eerie abandonment, even though you don't see any sign of like any buildings or anything like that anywhere. But like as you're looking around and stuff like that, and you know, I'm going to roll Grunt's survival check over into this one. Grunt, as you start walking in through this clearing, and like when you're getting close, feel like you're getting closer and closer to the portal, Grunt, you start to notice a few signs of. I mean, granted, this is like 6+ months old, if not closer to a year old. There are people here at one point, possibly even buildings, but it's all weirdly and eerily gone. And just as you're about to kind of like speak up and point this out, you two arrive in the middle of this clearing, and sitting there is another portal. But Winnie, this one, like you kind of sensed it differently than the first one. This one looks pitch black as you look into it, and it feels slightly more solidly formed than the previous one. And as you're kind of just there looking at you, it just almost seems to be emanating waves of cold.
Don't touch that.
Duly noted. Thank you.
And do you want to try and?
I am not fucking with this portal. I think Winnie learned her lesson earlier today. I am, however, going to roll a mysticism check because I want to see, because this is very different. I've never seen a portal like this before. I want to see if I can glean anything about its origin. Oh my god. 17. What did you do, Kay? Did you not hear me?
I did hear you. I was
Oh.
doing something else. So as you
Stop
kind of
clicking buttons.
So as you sit there and start kind of looking over this one and examining it with your magical senses, you're like, first off, it shouldn't be here. This is a very odd place for a random missing portal to open. But unlike the previous one you kind of stumbled onto in the woods there, you kind of sense that one was accidentally just randomly formed. This one seems to have been very intentionally formed. Not only that, you kind of just get this almost empathic sense of loss and sacrifice, but not necessarily willing sacrifice, using the creation of a very stable portal that you are able to identify leading into the shadow plane.
This is bad. We definitely don't want to go through there. And I don't know if there's anybody powerful enough in Madelon's Landing to handle this. Probably not. But we should not try.
You're starting to make me think sounds like a good time.
It is not. Do you know anything about the shadow plane?
Nah, but I've been to a lot of places, and usually the ones people warn you away from are the ones that are most fun.
This is not fun. I think we should go before something horrible comes out of there and kills us, or worse. Probably worse.
Oh, so you get the feeling this is more of a one-way portal. Things can't come out. Like, part of its stability is in the sense that you can't come into this world from it. You can only enter it.
But why would somebody want that? I think it's only one way. You can only go to there, but you can't come back. Why would somebody just want to go there? Huh. You want to throw something in it and see what happens?
Grunt will pick up a rock and throw it in.
When you throw a rock in there, it passes through the portal. Doesn't even ripple. It just is there 1 second. You see its trajectory, and then it just vanishes from sight entirely.
It doesn't seem to react, though.
Nope.
I am going to how wide is this? I'm going to cast Detect Magic, and it's like a 60-foot cone. So basically, I'm just going to spray around me looking for anything that could have opened this. A source for this type of magic.
Remind me what Detect Magic does?
I put it in the thingy.
So with your detect magic, you see nothing else in your area, like even kind of swirling around you because it's in a cone and like examine all around this thing. The only magical thing you see is this portal, and as you kind of go ahead and make me a spellcaster check, so level plus charisma modifier.
Charisma +3. That's shit. Rolled a 2.
All right, so with that, in between detect magic, I'm going to give you that you get at this point you get the feeling that people were killed to create this portal. This is definitely a powerful necromantic ritual that would have been used to create this thing, especially to put in the buffer of you can only enter it, you cannot exit through it.
Weird. All right. Yeah, we should go back, talk to people about this. This is way above my head.
All right, that's what you want to do.
And so you're going to take Grunt back to Madelon's Landing and introduce him to the others, I guess?
I am. And then I'm going to have to explain to everybody exactly what happened to Laukios.
So what's your... I mean, we can talk about this next time when they're all here and you can kind of explain to it then, but I'm curious what your excuse on this one's going to be. But sure enough, yeah, the two of you leave this abandoned clearing, odd portal behind and start making your way back towards Madelon's Landing. It'll take you about a day and a half of travel. I mean, possibly a few hours quicker this time because you're not having to like turn this way and that, trying to triangulate a magical portal. You're only kind of half sensing around. And yeah, anything else you guys want to have your characters do before you arrive back at Madelon's Landing?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
All right. And so with one mystery found, a problem created, and another mystery discovered, that's where we will leave it for this week. We will be back next week, hopefully with the full crew. If anyone out there is watching or listening in the future before that, this weekend is over, yeah, you guys can find Clue and Doge at Gen Con at some point. You can reach out to them on Twitter or something, maybe arrange a meetup or just look around. You've seen his face a whole bunch of times. But thank you guys so much for playing with me tonight. Thank you for running with me. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Yeah, y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Bye.
Night, everyone.